Video sharing that I do therapy in order to decrease stigma and increase awareness of resources like therapy. So I'm just going to share a little bit of something I learned in therapy today and just encourage you to talk to somebody and learn more about yourself and your world in therapy. So if you are part of, Instagram, the internet, you probably know that AOC recently gave a speech after a congressman said some very inappropriate things about her, things that honestly she probably extremely normalized to since she's been told them so much about herself, but that doesn't make them okay. Just because something horrible happens all the time and you're used to it doesn't mean that it's like okay. So that plus a transgender sister of mine recently sustained a hate crime, which is not acceptable, and just thinking about my own journey as a woman, although I am privileged by being what's called cis and white, along with many other privileges, it has not been an easy journey all the same. And in therapy today, we just spoke about that privilege and that responsibility, and we spoke about how some of the situations and circumstances I have been exposed to in my life have made the fact that understanding how to work with the concept of codependency has been really groundbreaking. So codependency basically is, in like a colloquial way, is a reliance on another person to the point that you cannot stand alone. So your identity is like defined and given to you by another person. You don't have like the ability to be an individual. That's kind of like what colloquialism for codependency. It's more complicated, obviously. But as a reminder, that is completely different than healthy interdependence, which is a good relationship, like where you interdepend. So you stand alone, but you depend on each other as individuals. In a relationship that's healthy mutually. So interdependence is different than codependence. They're different forms of relationship connection. So in therapy today, my therapist actually showed me like a quick little reminder, like a way to kind of remember healthy versus unhealthy relationships when it comes to codependency. So 2 letters, A, which is like, A, and then H, which is, this. Okay, so basically, I have it written in my book, but basically the A, it's 2 individuals so it's these right here, the sides represent 2 individuals. This represents the thing that connects them. The thing is that this is unhealthy because if you take away what connects them, say like a baby or marriage or something, they cannot stand on their own. So they rely on each other to the point that they cannot stand alone. And that is what like unhealthy, like codependent relationships, an example. That's like the A is like an example of a unhealthy or abnormal like relationship, something that is, I just remember A for abnormal, it doesn't stand for that, and an unhealthy form of relationship. Versus healthy relationships, there's actually like the H. So the H is like this. So these are individuals. They stand alone. They're individuals. They don't rely on each other to a unhealthy level. They have things that they connect on, that they depend on each other for, and they have interdependency on. But as individuals, they are equal. They're connected in the middle, and it's